looking cool, and yeah, 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 yeah. What if God was fabulous? Got 10 dogs like most of us. Gonna sleep in his school bus because he's already home. Just holy rolling stoner. Welcome to today's live stream. I haven't talked about Slab City stuff in a while, and right now the slabs are in the middle of a heat wave, so any content creators that you might be following in Slab City are probably not streaming right now because um, it overheats the shit out of your phone. So when I was streaming during the summers in Slabs, I would have to do it like either early morning or at night after the sun has gone down, and even then it's still really hard to do. And I found some cool tricks where I would like put my phone on an ice pack or something like that, and that seemed to work. That worked pretty good. And sometimes when I didn't have ice, I would get like a cooling towel or something and put it over the back of the phone so my battery wouldn't boil. But yeah, I've been kind of keeping track as I do of what's going on in my weird little hometown. And yeah, so the last couple of days it's been like above 114 degrees, and of course that's the readout in Calipat. If you're measuring the temperature actually in Slab City, it's always going to be a little hotter. I don't know why this is, but it is. So it can be like as much as fucking like 10, 15 degrees hotter than what it's reading on your weather app. But before I get into all of that, I'm gonna crack open a lukewarm one and pour it over ice because I would like to make it a cold one. That would be nice. And other than talking about slabs today, I'm just gonna touch briefly on. So I had a pretty hard liquor relapse a couple of days ago. I am 2.5 days sober and out of it. I finally sweat out all of the gallons of liquor that I consumed. I am still not feeling great. I have like a touch of the shakes. It's not like debilitating, obviously, because I'm live streaming. But if I seem a little bit like high strung, that is why. It's not fun. I definitely do feel a little wobbly, and not at full strength yet. But cheers to recovery. Hey. Hope you're staying hydrated and well. Hell yeah. And a quick reminder before I get into it, I am a non-binary person. I'm trans-masc. My pronouns are they, them. They have been for forever. Since I was born biologically non-binary. So yeah, anything other than dude, bro, and they, them pronouns will be deleted from chat, and I will just ignore them and not think about them at all. Yeah, so, if you want me to respond to you, then you need to have the proper respect. And also, since I am still detoxing, I have, this much patience. So, yeah, I don't have the spoons to deal with, any whatever. So I'm just going to ignore stuff that is annoying to me. And, yeah, let my mods handle it. Okay, somebody's, oh, cool. Gus says, yeah, them shakes are a bitch. Alcohol poisoning is a bitch. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I don't know how many of you are long-term alcoholics, but it took me, about a week of drinking like I used to get some pretty bad detox symptoms, and I mean, you know, it's a thing. So, yeah, and it's never too late to turn it around and do something else. In other words, come correct. That's right, Captain. We got an all-star team of the best mods on fucking YouTube. Uh, some of the most hardworking, honest individuals that are a great support system. So, yes. Beware, Corn's frustration tolerance is low. Yes. Yeah, you have like a very thin line between fun Cornelius and surly ass Cornelius. So, uh, yeah, that's where we're at today. I'm probably gonna go outside at some point and smoke cigarettes, because I've been kind of chain smoking for the last couple days while I've been detoxing, because it just kind of gives me something to do. It's not great. I don't like chain smoking. I think it sucks, and it makes me feel shitty. But you know, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Yeah, sometimes that's just the way it is. Well, we've got people still joining chat. Welcome, folks. Yeah, I'm just gonna talk about slabs. Like I said, because I haven't talked about slabs in a long time, and because I'm not in slabs, I haven't lived like long term. I haven't lived in slabs for longer than like a month or two in like 2 years. I've done like a few 2-month stints in the last couple of years, and you know, I'll probably do it again at some point. Maybe this winter. I don't know. I don't have any particular plans for going back this winter, but you know, like I don't really have any particular plans for going anywhere anytime. I don't really plan that far ahead. But I, as most of you I'm sure know, but if you don't, I'm just gonna assume that you don't and you haven't really seen a whole lot of my videos. Maybe most of you have, but I lived year-round in slabs for about 7 years, give or take, depending on like how, I don't know, like what you're quantifying it as. But I did 6 summers and plus like portion of another summer, most of well, like half of another summer. So like whatever. I don't really need to split hairs here, but suffice it to say, I've I put in my time. I've baked my brain for many a month, and yeah, so it's a thing. And a couple of years ago, I decided to pass on my librarian duties to another person who I hadn't found yet. So then that first summer with me away was kind of just a placeholder sort of situation, and they did a great job holding it down. And then, so this is my actual successor's second summer out at Slabs. And she's holding it down. Like, I mean, you know, I don't want to make too many assumptions because, you know, like, whatever. But I mean, like, you know, you can't argue with the results. Like, she's killing it. Even though lately it's been a complete shit show in Slabs. And I'm definitely not here to, like, put anybody specific on blast. Like, if you want some fucking detailed drama unpacked for you about like specific individuals, you can go find another fucking channel. That's not what I do. I'm kind of more into like the bigger picture shit, like ins and outs of things. And you know, my content isn't just for people that don't live in Slabs. I know that people who do live in Slabs or have spent time in the Slabs also keep track of what I'm talking about, especially when it comes to Slab City stuff, because, well, some of them want to make sure I'm not talking shit, which is totally valid. I'm not, and, you know, I'm never looking to talk shit on people, but I do want to be real about, you know, about things, and obviously I am not in Slabs this summer, so, like, I'm not gonna try to act like I know what the fuck is happening. and, try to stay in my lane and speak about what I've experienced in the past. Some things that I have experienced in the past is that, oh, Rockstar says she's a rock star. I assume you're talking about my delightful friend who is running the library. Yes, she is. She's an absolute fucking, just crust fucking bog witch goddess. And I'm not going to say too much because I'm afraid that I will say I don't know. I don't want to come on too strong or anything, but she's fucking incredible and I'm so grateful for her. Yeah, so in the past, over summers, shit gets dark, especially this part of the year, like late July into August. People die, and every summer that I've been in Slabs, there has also been like a cop sweep, and I think that has happened pretty recently, where they did a big sweep and picked up a lot of people. This year, it kind of seems like and usually they're not like picking up random people. Usually they're picking up people that I'm not sorry to see go, like people that are like sex offenders or dealing like hard drugs to people, especially during the summer when it's very, very fucking deadly. And a number of people that do die during the summer are because they are consuming substances that they are dependent on or addicted to, and not taking proper care of themselves. And that's just the reality of it. And like, yeah, shit gets dark. People die. People get incarcerated. There was a fire at the hot spring near Glamis recently also, and like, while it's hard to say, I mean, like, I want to be optimistic and think that maybe somebody left something there like on accident that lit those palm trees on fire, but there is also definitely a pattern of arson out in Imperial County, so who can say? I haven't seen any updates on any developments on that. All I know is that all them palm trees got torched somehow, some way. And a few years ago, over the summer, the bush cover going to the cold shower on your way. So there's a cold shower that like is water that comes from the hot spring and goes down along kind of like, I guess, a stream or whatever, so that like by the time it gets to where the cold shower is, it's literally just like a concrete box in the ground. It's not like what you think. But it comes out of like a spout, and by the time it reaches that spot, it's ice cold and crystal clear. And somebody burned the bush cover, and this was in the dead of summer. They burned the bush cover around the cold shower, where it was like kind of important because it would keep the sun off of you while you're getting cool there. That was like a life-saving spot. And they burned all the way down the road and took out like a lot of plant life that was really integral to that ecosystem over there, and that was fucking heartbreaking. Now, there's obviously rumors about who did what, and one of the people that there is talk about that was known to start fires, and that, as a fact, they were known to start fires, is in fact currently incarcerated. So, either there's another arsonist about, which is not unlikely. I mean, Glamis is kind of far from Slabs. It could have been fucking anybody. But, it's hard to say. Yeah, it's fucked up. I cried when I found out about that, and I think that was the year that I was in Alaska, so I didn't actually see the aftermath of that arson until I got back. But that is another thing that happens a lot in the summer. It's really, really hot, and everything gets super fucking dry, and some people lose their goddamn minds and think that it'll be fun to like start fires, or maybe they don't mean to start fires and they're tweaking and they're trying to burn their garbage, but they're burning their garbage next to some dry brush, and of course the dry brush is going to go up in flames, and then all of a sudden you've got like a few acres up in flames and people's camps getting fucking torched, you know? It's crazy. Oh, I love my mods. You guys are great. Nice one, Aaron. We got the troll slayers. Don't palms spontaneously combust sometimes? I don't know. I've never heard that. That sounds crazy. If so, yeah, I don't know. Definitely, I have seen a lot of like palm tree fires out there though, and whenever I do see them, it looks like the flames, like where they're burned most, comes from the ground. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I hate the fucking heart thing. What's the fucking heart thing? What's in my way? Kick down. Fuck yeah. There's links. Good. Awesome. Shoo. So the cops can demand your ID without suspecting you committing a crime. I don't know what you're asking about. If you're asking about the cop sweeps, like, they've never done it to me at the library because I try to just, like, keep a good rapport with everybody, or at least I did, and, you know, just not, like... There's really not a good way to deal with cops in my opinion, but you have to sometimes if you don't want them to like become aggressive toward you. So like with the library, I've always been like, you know, it's a fucking library. Anybody can come in, and sometimes cops would come in and show their like ride-alongs, like, oh, here's the library, and there's free books here, and we'd like jokingly offer them a beer, and they'd be like, oh, I can't, I'm working, and we'd be like, come on, you know you want to, and they'd be like, no, I can't, I'm working, and it's like, oh, we won't tell anybody, you know. It's like, it's funny, kind of like, you know, yanking their chain, but that's pretty much it. They'll come in, look around, fuck off, and sometimes they would come and ask me for information on specific individuals that they would be trying to find, like sex offenders or people who are running from like extraditable warrants from other states, people that like have done fucked up things, like, you know, and if it's like that kind of a case, like I will, like, you know, tell them whatever will help, I guess, you know, but it's a tough thing to deal with. Yeah, like I said, there's really no way that's good to interact with cops, I guess. But like, if it's a matter of finding sex offenders, like, for sure, fuck yeah, I will work with them. And you know, like, if people are out there actively hurting other people, for sure, yeah. Or, you know, whatever. Or if it's like a wellness check, like somebody's family is looking for them and they think they might be dead, you know. But yeah, in other camps that don't maintain that type of rapport with the police, there have been times where the police will just like literally fucking just bust in to people's camps. They've done that at the Handlebar, which, you know, the Handlebar doesn't exist anymore, so that's the only reason I would mention them specifically. But there have been a couple of occasions where armed police with fucking AKs will just like fucking walk right into the fucking Handlebar, you know, asking questions and poking around stuff that they don't need to be poking around. Like, if they can get away with it, they will, but they're not like breaking into people's RVs or anything like that. Like, they still have codes of conduct. Like, if they see it as your personal private property, then they are bound by the law to not fuck with it. Um, but if you're in like a temporary camp that's like more of a lean-to or something, or um, you're trying to cause them trouble, or you know make a thing of it, they'll just bust right in and fuck with you. It's terrible. 142 in chat. Make sure that you hit that like button. Thanks so much. Fuck yeah. Jack says failure to ID cannot be the first offense. They need RAS to demand ID. Yeah, I don't know what RAS stands for. I mean, yeah, that's true, but that's not gonna stop them from trying to make some shit up that you did. Like, I'm sorry to say it, but sometimes you just kind of need to be more of a sociopath with cops than they are, if that makes sense. Like, anticipate that sort of thing, because, like, yeah, and I don't want to make this like a cop talk, but, like, suffice it to say that there is a police presence in Slab City, and typically they only come when they're called, or when they have like a reason to be out there. But in the summer, when there's not all the tourists around, because like it's hot as fuck, nobody's out there right now except for the people that are the like least well off, for the most part. Like, the most vulnerable types of people are pretty much the only people that are in Slab City right now at this time of year. So that's when they want to strike. They want to strike once all the tourists are cleared out and all the respectable types of people, and all the YouTubers. I'm a hybrid YouTuber slabber, but there's like a lot of people that do go out to slabs with much larger internet presence than I do, and like that would be pretty bad if one of them did like an expose on that type of operation in Slab City. So if you're a YouTuber and you don't live in Slabs and you want to capitalize on some Slab City content, go and capture a police raid. Swear to God, you'll be fucking getting hits out the ass. You'll be raking in them views, I promise you. And also, you would be doing a good thing rather than capitalizing on Slab interdrama, like all the fucking losers do. You would actually be like capturing something that might make people take interest in helping to protect the people of Slabs during times like that. It's a win-win for everybody. Okay, why is this shitlord not banned yet? This is like the fucking third time that this fucking person has made stupid comments. So I fucking just banned him. Nice. Alright. Amy Carlock says, "What's up, Corin? Love your older videos from your time as Librarian." Yeah, if you're one of the people in chat here that has not seen my other Slab content, I have fucking dozens of videos about my time in Slabs, not the library. Shitlord. Yes, show that one. Hell yeah. Yes, write me in to vote as president. My first act as president will be to abolish the state. Yes. Yeah, go and watch some of my older videos. I've got fucking dozens. Go and like search for a day in the life of a slabber. There's a handful of videos. It's like a cool edited video series that I did because I didn't always used to do live streams because I didn't really have the means to do it. So all my old videos are like just edited, and I like them a lot. So yeah, go check them out after the stream. So we're about halfway through the stream. I'm kind of checking in, trying to keep track of chat. I'm so glad everybody is having good conversations, and yeah, I'm super glad you're here. If you are new to this channel, come on, and if you feel like it, go on and say hi in chat. Let people know you're there. If you have any questions that you're dying to ask a real live slabber that lived in slabs for 7 years, my address is still the library. I've just been traveling, so I'm not like reintegrated into Babylon by any means. I'm still doing the bum shit, just different locations, and I've kind of changed up my game, and I'm doing more backpacking and such now. Hey Keisha, what's up? Do you stay in touch with any of your slab friends while on your adventures? Of course, yeah, of course. I talk to so many good folks, and try it like without being too nosy, because I did do like slab vigilante shit for too many years, and when I left slabs I kind of swore it off, and I was like, I'm not trying to do vigilante shit in slabs anymore. That shit's gonna kill me. So I stopped doing that. So I try not to like, try not to pry. Like, I don't need to know details about what's going on, but I do like to keep track of what, who's doing what and how folks are doing and how many people are in fucking jail right now, like that sort of shit. Hell yeah, hit that like button. Thanks, Jeremy. Captain says, I always love the ones who say I've been watching for years and just love misgender. Yes, bro, I know, it's amazing to me. Like, the amount of people that say, like, oh, I'm your biggest fan, and then call me, like, a lady is incredible. Like, oh my lord. Oh, dear God. Yes, it's very funny. Like, the tone deafness is just astounding. Oh yeah, I guess for like a little intermission before I do the second half of the stream would be maybe an update. So I already did the update on like my relapse and sobriety, of course, but because I was in the middle of a relapse, that when I went to my HRT appointment a few days ago, I was supposed to immediately call them back and take care of some last few things, like adults are supposed to do, once I got home. But instead of going home, I went to an alleyway and drank a fifth of liquor and some fucking, I don't know, like a tall boy of seltzer, and like just straight to the dome, and yeah, so I did that instead. I know, yeah, it was bad. I know. And that had been my life for like the last few days, and that was like the last time that I did that. It took me the last couple days to kind of recover, but yeah, we're doing it again. Tomorrow's day 3, and we'll just get back on it. Love you too, Captain. Yeah. Relapse is part of recovery, and it's not too late to change the course of your path and do something different. So yeah, so because of that, I did not make my next calls and appointments and do the follow up on that, um, the the things that I was supposed to do for that appointment until today, which I did this morning. I called him up, put on my big boy pants, and I fucking called him up, and I'm just waiting on a call back from the nurse. Uh, and my blood work is all good, which is a relief because, you know, things cannot be good. But yeah, everything's good. I'm healthy as a fucking horse, and you know, good job, Corn's body. Well done. Um, I am, I guess, gifted in that way. I don't know why my body is still healthy as fuck, but it is. So yeah, it's great. um, Also, if so that's the HRT update. If you would like to throw down, I do have links in the description. At least I hope I do. I think I put links in the description this time. There is my Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. If you kick down straight through YouTube, they take a huge cut. But if you want to help me to fucking keep buying food and keep doing the recovery thing and whatever, then feel free to throw something in my virtual tip jar. It does help very, very much. Oh, hey, looks like somebody threw down. Thank you, Grain Pippet. Fuck yeah. Oh, and I just got another good news that's totally unrelated, but my friend that I was going to be doing the beet harvest with just posted that she's got an interview for the Michigan yard on Monday. So that's a good sign, because that means that I'm also probably going to have an interview for the Michigan yard on Monday. Fuck yeah. We had, I guess that's another update I could give you. So we had a bit of trouble and a scare with doing the beet harvest this year because of some misunderstandings. We didn't get in the system, and they ran out of housing in North Dakota, which is where I've been working the last couple of years. So I was like, fuck, are we not going to get to fucking work this year? And, you know, I was like trying to figure out what to do. But we got referred to the Michigan yard, so I think we're going to be able to, it sounds like we're doing it. So that's fucking cool. Okay, that's a load off my mind, because I want to make that fucking beat money. Yo. Yeah. Anyway, so, yeah, I guess I'll get back on my slab shit. Hold on now. Okay, now is the time. Y'all start asking questions. Help me get my brain back on the topic so that I can fill another half hour with slab information. This is valuable shit. You don't always get to fucking ask me this shit. Usually I ignore it. So dig deep. Get me going. I'm gonna roll a smoke real quick. Hold on. Where's my stuff? Like, the worst that's gonna happen is I'm gonna tell you that's an offensive or shitty question. I'm just gonna like move past it. So like, really, just shoot your shot. Good question. Do you miss it? Yeah, of course. I miss. I guess I get fucking homesick a lot, actually, even when it is fucking shitty out. But you know, slabs in the summer, especially right now, will fuck you up. It will fucking break your brain. Seriously, only the absolute craziest whose brain's been fucking fractured so many times that it can't fracture anymore in a meaningful way will like come out with their like what's left of their sanity intact. I'm serious. The library was like your kid. Yeah, the library was like my, you know, my life's work for a few years, and being able to leave it and let it kind of stand without me was like, you know, a little terrifying. And And it still is, you know, and all of the fucking bullshit that I went through running the space, and it like I've I've got fucking internal, like, you know, figurative scars and wounds from some of the shit that I've seen out there and done. Um, and so, of course, I worry about my friends that are there now, who might be going through some really fucked up shit that they can't unsee. Um, and, you know, I feel like kind of, I don't know, like a little bad. Like maybe I abandoned people or something. I know that's not like how it is, because at the end of the day, I gotta live my life, and I put in my fucking time. I put in plenty of time, and that's not to say that I won't again. Like there's no reason why I wouldn't live in slabs again in the future, like long term. So like, you know, I'm not done fucking with slabs. I'm just not there right now. Last I was there was in February, I want to say. So it's not even that long. Like I left slabs for the last time in February. So it's really not been that long. All right. I'm gonna find my lighter. Yeah, thanks for the question. That's a very good question. Where the hell is my lighter? There it is. All right, I'm gonna move outside so I can smoke. Yeah, Mac. Here, I'll get to the comments in just a sec. I'm just gonna move. Satan, you wanna come outside? Come on, bub. Come on, pup. All right. Satan, come here. Come on. Let's go. Hi. You're so cute. Look at that cute baby. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, let's go to the outdoor office. Hey. All right. Hell yeah. All right. Oh, the sun's behind me. Maybe I should get on the other side. Hey, sweet pea. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Max saying we lost a few. Even in just like the last month, there's been a rash of folks dropping out. I don't think anybody that I knew personally this round, which, you know, I'm glad that it was nobody that I cared about or like knew well, but maybe, I don't know, I guess I haven't gotten a whole lot of actual names yet. I don't know. Like I said, I'm trying not to like pry too much into like particular business. I'm sure if it was somebody that I had a personal relationship with, I would have heard about it. But for all those that have passed this summer, I don't know what the exact number is, but, you know, rest in peace, folks. I think that the largest number of people that have died in slabs over a summer, if I remember correctly, was like somewhere between 18 and 23 people. And that's like for a number of causes. A lot of people out in slabs are old timers, and like I said earlier, a lot of people are struggling with dependency issues. You know, so if, yeah, or like health issues that maybe they aren't taking care of. Um, and of course, just like falling out from the heat. Do dogs also die from the heat? I mean, I'm sure they do, but with um, like if a dog goes stray, like yeah, they're gonna die out there for sure. But people take good care of their pets. For for as rough as people live in slabs, like they really do take good care of their pets. ObsCon says, kind of a new sub tapping in. Good to catch you live, Corn and Satan. Hey, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. Oh, that's a good question, Static Skeletons. They're asking, do you think you can handle the heat right now that you aren't living there? Would you have to readjust it? So I've talked about this on my streams a lot, and if you're really interested, go and go to my channel and search for like Slab City Summer, that sort of thing, or like um, how to survive in the heat or whatever, like that sort of shit. I try to, yeah, put the name. I try to put Slab City in the name of my videos that are like specifically about Slab City, and like one of the things that I've talked about is that it is really important for you to acclimate over the warming part of the season, because if you don't have a chance in hell, like almost literally, because it is fucking hell. It's like I've talked about it before too, where there was this guy that decided he wanted to show up in like July and had never been out in slabs during the summer, and I was like, don't do that, because you're gonna fucking die out here, man. And he's like, I don't really care, I just want to see if I can do it, and I will pay you money and give you tons of weed if you will help to keep me alive during my acclimation period. And I did that, and it was fucking brutal. Dude had like seizures fucking every day, and I almost, like, I had to fucking fish him out of the canal ass naked because he had a seizure while we were trying to cool off. Yeah, I would not do that again. That sucked. He was not he was not paying me enough to do that shit. And it got to the point where I drove him to the hospital in El Centro to go and, like, fucking save his life. And he, at the last minute, as we were driving up to the hospital, decided that he did not want to go to the hospital and wanted me to take him back. And then he ended up moving camps to a different camp with like more amenities. So, that was fine. But yeah, you need to, like, first of all, before it gets hot, you need to have your shelter built and ready to go. And you need it to be something that will keep you cool sufficiently, because if you don't, then you're going to be struggling to build it while you're fucking cooking and overexerting yourself. And that's number one noob mistake, because when people start doing that, they realize, like, oh shit, it's really fucking hot and my fucking shelter is not doing shit about it, and I'm fucked. And then they'll start trying to make their shelter, and they'll get like heat panic, because they're overexerting themselves and they're not like used to that shit, and they didn't really think about it until just now. And then they get like, they just get like really overheated and upset and get what we call the heat panic, where their fight or flight kicks in. And a lot of times they'll snap at their partner and like have a big argument and a blowout, and then they'll pack up all their shit and just like drive away and never come back. It happens every year. Like 90+% of newcomers that are trying to stay for their first summer, that's what happens to them. Yeah, there's a lot of stray cats all over California, and like literally everywhere. There's an overpopulation problem with cats. Tom says, I was considering a move to slabs in an RV, but your videos convinced me not to. I bought a cheap sailboat instead, and I regret nothing. Thanks for giving a good perspective. Fuck yeah, dude, smart. Hell yeah. And that's not to say that it's, too late to go and try a summer sometime, but like you can't just do it on a whim without like actually taking time to do it. And some people will just stick around while it warms up, like after the cool season is over, and just stick around for like March and April before they head out and try to get a little bit of a taste of what's to come. That's a kind of a good way to dip your toes in the water. Keisha says a little water to hydrate. That's the best option. No, not a little water. A lot of water. Lots of water. Not a little water. You need to be drinking water, and if you're starting to think about water, you already needed to be drinking it. And not only that, but all of the sweating that you do will sweat out all of your electrolytes in your system. So after a while, drinking water ain't gonna do shit until you get some salt and some sugar and salt into you, and some potassium. And you need to like be really on top of your vitamins and supplements without overdoing it, because you can also overdo it. Like if you have too much salt in your system, that can have the opposite effect. Like, yeah, you need to be drinking water like all day, every day. It needs to be within reach at all times. And you also need to be putting nutrition into your body too, because when it's that hot, you don't have an appetite. It's really hard to want to eat. So I'll make sure I do a nice big nutritional breakfast in the morning, and eat something substantial at night. And then during the day, when I don't have any appetite at all, just like keep putting that water in, and the supplements. Fuck yeah. Yeah, Captain's posting links to some of the merch if you're interested in supporting, but you don't want to just like straight up drop a dono. You want like a prize for it. Go straight ahead and rep some merch. That's another good way to show some love. There's also the Patreon account and our Discord server. But just straight up tips in the tip jar is fucking phenomenal. Yeah. Jay Garut says, I really appreciate your perspective and content overall. Hydrate or die. I hear you say this in my head constantly. Yeah, fuck yeah. Hydrate or die, baby. If you don't like Gatorade, coconut water is really good. Okay, so what I use is the Gatorade powder, because it's a lot cheaper to get, a big thing of powder, instead of just buying, and it's so much cheaper, and it's a lot less plastic waste as well. Because, when you're out in the middle of Slabs and it's hot as fuck and you're broke because there's no tourists during the summer season, you don't always have the capability to like bring your recycling in all the time. Like it's an extra chore. So yeah, you want the Gatorade powder and like other electrolyte packets that you can just mix with water. It's a lot more efficient. Coconut water is good though. It's not gonna hurt you, that's for sure. What was in the news the other day? I missed it. Milk. Ugh, I would not. No, I don't know. Maybe it is good, but I don't drink milk. Oh. I feel like also it would be really hard to keep it from spoiling in Slabs in the summer too. I do powdered goat milk for the fat content and the protein. I would not replace water with milk for any reason. I don't know. Even if like you showed me a report that it is indeed more hydrating than water, I wouldn't. Um, I don't know. I don't feel like there's like I don't think you should ever replace water with anything. Um, because your body runs on water, and if you're taking in something else, then your body has to process out that other shit. I don't know. I feel like it's a lot easier to make your own nutritional um, meet your nutritional needs if you're just doing like one thing at a time instead of making like some super concoction. I think like like having like I use the goat milk powder, and I use like salt tablets, and eat bananas for potassium or take potassium supplements. Um, and sugar's pretty easy. You just drink like a soda pop because that's all like electrolytes are just sugar and salt pretty much. And I like lemons. Lemon water is super good, and cucumber water is super good. Coconut water obviously is good too. But like if you're just doing like one thing at a time, then you can kind of keep track of and dial in what you need specifically rather than relying on a concoction or something to meet all of your needs, because sometimes you need a little bit more salt or less salt than other times depending on what you've been consuming. Just I think it's important to like do the research on what your body needs most specifically to function. Yes. Yes, we like lemons here. We like them a little bit too much sometimes. But, well, you know, the lemons like me too, so it's okay. Anybody else got any more burning slab questions? It's now or never, folks. It's a staple food source when you're at the slabs. It really depends on the time of year that it is and what what you're willing to prepare. I don't know. During the summer, I make a lot of my own jerky or like what is it? Like biltong kind of shit. Like I'll get like big chunks of meat on sale at the grocery store and slice it up and put it in my dehydrator, because when it's that hot, it's really not hard to have a functioning dehydrator. It's basically some tempered glass, um, and literally by the end of a hot day, that raw meat will be cooked perfect into some nice dry jerky or biltong style kind of shit. And that's how I get a lot of my like protein and iron, and it's like really palatable and easy to eat. I pretty much just like snack on that most of the day, or yeah, fruit's good, but like it's really hard to keep fresh food in the summer too. So I'll put fresh fruit in the dehydrator as well, and that's all. It's all pretty good. Is there any effort to rebuild Nyland since they had the fire? No, there is not. And the post office has been returning all my mail to the people that send me mail, which is some bullshit, and I'm really fucking angry about it. And I don't really know what to do about it, actually, because it's like, it's getting me in trouble with the law. That's why I had a warrant in the first place, because they had sent me a court summons that I did not receive. And yeah, I don't know. They had it on file too as return to sender. So there's definitely something fucky going on with that. Are there buildings in Slab City now? There's always been buildings in Slab City. What do you mean? Like like a building like this, like a 3-story house? No. summer, mostly I just like slam those protein shakes and eat my dehydrated fruits and veggies and meat. Just keep it real basic. The legal system failing in a way that fucks over good people. You don't say. I know, surprising, isn't it? Very surprising. Hey, what's up, Tira Weidman? How you doing? Want to see you make a Slab City slab? I'd try it. I don't know, like, you mean like a slab of jerky? I do that a lot when I'm in slabs. It's good. It's very good. I've made like snake jerky even. I used to hand it out to tourists and shit. They loved it. Dumpster Fire says cans. Yeah, canned food is good. You just pop it open and it's already hot. It's already fucking cooked for you. Hey, what's up, Elena? Are they planning to store the buildings? Yeah, I just talked about that. Maybe you're lagging a little bit. But yeah, the post office is burned down, and Nyland, the people in Nyland are trying to do something about it. I don't know. Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. It kind of pisses me off, to be honest. All right, in the last few minutes of my my block here. Any more burning questions about slabs? What's going on in slabs? Summer, that sort of shit. Feel free to ask, because after this stream, I'm gonna just refer y'all back to this if you have questions about slabs or some of my older videos. And if they're really basic questions, like that you can just look up on Google, Ian, then I'm not gonna go into too much depth about it. Of course, there's insects and spiders in Slab City. Look up wildlife of Imperial County, California, and the Sonoran Desert. Did it ever freeze in slabs while I was there? No. It did get below freezing one day a number of years ago. Got like, I think it was like 29 degrees for a couple of nights. That was interesting because I was very much not prepared for that. What's up, Skeeter Cottywomple? How you doing? Slab's safe enough for a short winter visit. Or should I wait till it's less problematic? What? I don't know what you're assuming about slabs. If you didn't go somewhere because you're waiting for it to become less problematic, then you're not gonna go anywhere ever. Like, thousands of people go to slabs every winter and have a really good time. The people that make a big shit about having a bad time in slabs online are doing it for clout, and they're doing it at the expense of people that are, like, poor. Straight up. And they don't have any other content going for them or anything better to say or useful to say to anybody, so then they make all of their views and get all of their support by talking shit on people that, like, are just kind of out there existing. So, you know, keep that in mind. If you go out to slabs looking for trouble, you will find it. But if you're not looking for trouble, then you'll be fine. Mama D here, sending love. Aw, Mama D. Aw, so glad to see you. I hope you're staying hydrated out there. Happy to hear from you. That's great. Yes, that's right, Captain. Slabs and Library is chill as fuck. The range is cool. There's other establishments that people have and like known members of the community like Mama D and Mac that are up to cool shit and hang out in cool places, and you know there's wonderful people to meet. It's good info. Thanks. Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, for real. Like, you know, don't get all skeezed out by the haters, because you'll notice one thing about all the people that make views on hating on Slab City, they ain't in Slab City. You'll take a look and notice that. they've been they've done left because they couldn't hang, and that's their problem, not everyone else's problem. You know, there's that saying, like, if you have a problem with a person, it's probably them. But if you have a problem with everybody, it's probably you. That's just the real shit. What am I doing this summer? Are you gonna stay where you're at now? Um, I mean, I don't know. I'm hanging out here for now, and I'm probably gonna go and get my car here pretty soon, and maybe go on some car adventures for a minute, and kind of be based out of here. I don't have another HRT appointment for like 3 months, and between then and now, I kind of want to stick around. So like, if I need to pop in for something, I can. Um, and yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't been sure about what I'm doing since I left Slabs, almost a little over 2 years ago. Where's the bus? It's in Slab City, on a gated property. Should be fine. I woke up in the middle of the night the other night thinking, like, wondering if I had disconnected the batteries in my bus, and I just could not remember. So thank you for reminding me, because I should call somebody about that and have them make sure that it is fucking not not potentially going to start a fire in my fucking bus, because yeah, things overheat, batteries overheat in Slabs. You know, it's a thing. Oh, I gave away my smaller battery. It was just like a $60 deep cycle. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I gave it away to somebody to use for their solar power system. Or maybe I sold it, or maybe it's still in my bus and it's still plugged in and getting fried. I don't know. I'm gonna check in on that. Oh boy, yeah, it's a thing. Being an adult is tricky, especially when you're walking a path that is not already made for you. You know, blazing a trail and whatnot. All right, I have had a lot of fun talking to y'all. I'm gonna take my dog out and yeah, and enjoy the rest of my evening. If anybody wants to throw down for the information and the time that I've taken to speak to you about what's going on, and you know, some advice, there is a PayPal link and a Venmo link and a Cash App link. Feel free to throw down. Obviously, you don't have to if you can't. Don't feel obligated, but it does really help, and I do really appreciate it. And yeah, thanks for joining me. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button on your way out, and give me a follow if you haven't already followed the channel, because I put out a lot of other content as well. Yeah, thanks, Elena. We will stay safe and stay sober and stay hydrated. I hope all of you are well, and yeah, I'm gonna fuck off now. All right, see you guys later. Bye.